more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Bavarians is for your man and you too.
Can't you say? No Boulder Doctor baloney here.
Cheers, everyone, and welcome to The Unfiltered Gentleman. And now, breaking the seal all over the finer things of life, Greg, Scott, and Dan.
Welcome in, everybody. It is us. It is The Unfiltered Gentleman. I am Greg. That is Scott.
Right over here.
And that is Dan.
Oh, yeah.
And we are over here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining. Thanks for drinking with us. Big shout out to our top listening city of last week, which was Ashburn, VA. What's up, Virginia?
Wow.
Also, special little shout out to Barcelona.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
They were not top in the charts, but they were very close. They got like third place, which was very surprising to see that we're going international.
Barcelona?
Yeah, Barcelona.
Sounds like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're going to be like Pitbull pretty soon. Call me Mr. Worldwide. Dale, as he likes to say. Barcelona.
That's how they speak with that lisp.
Yeah, they got the little like Portuguese lisp going on over there. So.
Barcelona, Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
They like their beer over there.
That's the at the hotel. Like Pau Gasol.
Yeah. And they drink a lot of San Miguel over there.
Oh, yeah.
It was in high supply when I was in Spain. So thank you to Ashburn and to Barcelona for checking in, for listening, for downloading. Make sure you've subscribed on whatever podcast app you're using. And also, if you're on the social medias, don't forget to hashtag show us your beers. We like to see what you're drinking. If you got a nice set of cold, tasty cans, don't forget hashtag cans for cans, because we love cans.
Faux show.
Especially Dan.
I do.
Yeah. March is here. It's time for our annual March Madness, this time Hazy IPA tournament. In honor of that, our burp word of the week is tournament. If you're new to the show, burp word is so that Scott doesn't throw up on the microphone. If anybody attempts to burp on the microphone, it must be as an attempt at that word. So there's that. All right, we got lots to get to, including some tournament action. We have a voicemail from listener Frankie. Of course, Old Timey Word of the Week, Beer Babe of the Week, some sports news to get to, and of course some booze news. But I don't know about you fellas. I think we should start out with some drinking.
Grab your libations, pals. It's time for Beer of the Week.
It's time for the tournament. Yeah. Tournaments call for tournament music.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
Yeah. None of that acoustic guitar when it comes to sports talk. Mm-hmm. We're sporting it up. It is time for our annual March Madness, this time Hazy IPA bracket. Next year, we'll choose a different style of beer. But this is round one. The places were decided upon by the listener votes. We had a vote up. People voted on their favorite hazy that was from the list. And whoever got first and second got a bye week. And I'll get in, after we try the first two, I'll get into what the bracket looks like. So right now, we have two cups in front of us. The gentlemen don't know what is what, just marked A and B. They will be the deciders. If it comes out as a tie, I will be the one to break the tie. So please, if you haven't already, try what's in cup numero A.
All right, one gentleman, two cups here.
Everyone's least favorite movie in the world. All right, so they're drinking cup A, which is the 6th place beer, which I'll tell you in just a couple of few what that is. The way the bracket shapes up, I'll tell you while they're drinking A, and they can move on to B when they're ready.
Damn, that's the 6th place?
That's the 6th place.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
So it's going to be, and go ahead and move on to B whenever you're ready. Don't wait for me. I'll just tell the listeners. It's going to be 6 versus 3. Ooh. The winner of that faces number 2. And then 5 versus 4. The winner of that faces number 1. And then the winner of those rounds face each other, and we get a winner. What do you gentlemen think?
This is going to be like a buzzer beater.
Oh, man, it's going to come down. Maybe a little overtime even.
Maybe.
Any of you have anybody out in front at this point, A or B?
Oh, man, I don't know. No, I feel like B.
Okay.
Yeah, just because, I don't know, it's just it kind of stays with me a little longer, I think.
Interesting, a little longer on the linger.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it might be a little boozier, but I'm not sure.
We'll get to that in a couple of
Okay.
Yeah. Scott, any?
Yeah, I was going to say B as well. Little more of a taste to it, but
Yeah, I
pretty
will
damn
agree.
close.
Yeah, I'll agree with both of you guys.
Go with the bold.
It has a little more, I was going to say, boldness to it. I think they have a very similar overall flavor,
Yeah.
but B, Dan is right, lingers. It's just a little bolder, I think. I think that's really what it comes down to. All right, so we're going with B. B is the winner.
Yes.
I'll tell you what A is. Coming in at number 6. A is Sam Adams New England IPA. 6.8%, 35 IBUs, a 3.93 on Beer Advocate, and a 3.7 on Untapped.
New England finally loses.
Yeah.
Wow. This is history
Taking
making.
L's all week.
Yeah,
man.
right.
History making night.
I wonder what happened to their owner.
Tom Brady must not have made this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
From the brewery, they say, born inside our Nano Brewery in Boston, Sam Adams New England IPA is a medium-bodied hazy brew featuring a big punch of citrus juiciness. The slight sweetness is perfectly balanced by the pineapple and grapefruit hop character without being overly bitter. Clocking in at 6.8% and a low 35 IBUs, the unfiltered IPA provides a burst of fruited hop aroma and leaves drinkers wanting another sip. In comparison to West Coast style IPAs, which have prominent hop bitterness and a light, dry mouthfeel. New England IPAs are generally known for juicy lusciousness, mouthfeel, and opaque hazy appearance, and are best enjoyed fresh. So that's who lost. Oh, and they use Galaxy, Simcoe, Mosaic, Citra, and Cascade hops. That's the loser. Coming in as the winner, who will be moving on to face the, I believe I said second place. Yes, second place next week is Modern Times Orderville.
Wow.
Yeah,
Shit.
Modern Times moving on in the bracket. Modern Times Orderville is 7.2%, so you guys were right when you said it was a little bit boozier. 75 IBUs, which is very high for a hazy.
Yeah.
4.13 on Beer Advocate and a 3.96 on Untapped.
Cool.
Orderville is an aggressive, fragrant IPA that blends the fruit-forward character of Mosaic hops with a resinous stickiness from a melange of dank hops. Oh, we lost some music here. There we go. The resulting beer is immensely rad with our unmistakable bangin' aroma and fully saturated hop flavor.
I said
finish.
banging.
Yes. The cracker dry body keeps the focus squarely on the massive, incredibly delicious hop character, inviting your taste buds to join a drum circle of flavor in a magical forest of hops.
Wow.
Oh, man. That's funny.
So many innuendos in that sentence.
Right?
All right.
All right, so Modern Times goes on to face number 2 next week. Excuse me, not next week. After next week. Number 2 is New Belgium's Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze. So we'll have Modern Times versus New Belgium. Next week, round 2... Well, I guess the second game of round 1. It'll be number 5, Bear Republic's Through the Haze versus number 4, Firestone Walker's Mind Haze.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
And that
like a
winner,
barn burner.
Yeah, and that winner will move on to face Sierra Nevada's Hazy Little Thing.
Oh, my God.
Hazy Little Thing coming in at number 1 in the tournament.
Dude.
Yeah, got the most votes. Edged out New Belgium by 2 votes. 2 votes.
Really?
It was very close.
Nice. Wow.
People liking New Belgium. It was funny. Hazy Little Thing was very much out in front.
Yeah.
And then I was in a group on Facebook and said, hey, guys, if you're into hazies. And it was people that were across the country, and I guess they know New Belgium a little bit better, and it kind of came up and almost took... In fact, it had the lead for a while. And then a couple more Hazy Little Things came in and stole it back. So
Is Hazy Little Thing available on the other side of the world?
it is very commonly... That was one of the factors into choosing these beer, is that it wouldn't just be us here in like, the Los Angeles area going like, oh, we got the 14 cannons or whatever, like that nobody can get their hands on. Yeah, so it wanted to be something that was somewhat mass-produced, and obviously Sam Adams is... Modern Times is probably the least available of the beers we're trying, but they do a pretty good job of at least kind of the Western U.S. getting their beer spread out. So hopefully other people can get their hands on it. And if you guys want to do a little taste test and do your own bracket, let us know the results. But we're always right, so
It's true.
But you can still let us know.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're professionals here.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, these are both really good.
Yes,
They are.
It was a tough decision.
Yeah.
It really was.
Sorry, A.
Yeah, now that I finally get to drink it. You're right. That Sam
I'm not
Adams
Canadian. I mean, sorry to number. letter
Oh,
A.
sorry.
Sorry, letter A.
space A.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Sam Adams does trail off real fast.
Yeah.
Right, in comparison at least.
Mhm.
Like when I first tasted that one, I'm like, oh my God, this is delicious. But then when I got to B, I'm like, oh, there's a difference
This is
here.
deliciouser.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely bolder. Sticks around for a while. I'd say a lot more dankness too.
Yeah.
It's that higher IBU,
yeah, a
which
little bit more.
Definitely.
yeah, we all know Dan likes that higher
That's
IBU.
right. Tastes just West Coast. You could taste it.
Yeah, it's a West Coast hazy.
That's right.
They really kind of Biggie and Tupac'd it.
Yep.
So, all right, very cool. Moving on, Orderville, very excited for that. And now we are moving on to some crotch talk.
Have a grievance to share? It's time for crotch talk.
I don't think we have any grievance, at least I don't. A couple of things to talk about. First of all, Dan and I were doing some major research last week.
Big time.
We found ourselves at Flat Fish Brewing's Resilience IPA tasting, where they had 7 breweries from our local area, plus Sierra Nevada there, just tasting everybody's resilience. It was at Flat Fish. They had Twisted Oak, Rincon, Made West, oh my God, I'm drawing blanks now. Red Tandem,
Yes.
Leashless. I think that's everybody, or close to it.
Yeah.
Anyways, did you have a favorite of the night?
Yeah. I got to say it was Twisted Oak, man. Twisted Oak.
I have to agree with you, and I don't mean this to sound disparaging to Twisted Oak. I was pleasantly surprised by how good theirs was. I had been there before. They were a different name. This was years and years ago. And I just thought it was fine. I didn't think it was anything special. And I honestly haven't tried it since. Mm-hmm. And that Resilience, they did a really good job. Like, I don't know what it was because, I mean, we're all drinking basically the same beer, give or take a couple of things here and there. But yeah, it was really good. And you made some friends.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, shout out to Ryan from Twisted Oak there. Mm-hmm. He's letting me man the fucking tap.
Yeah, you were over at the jockey box.
Yeah, I was over there. You know, they was like, "Yeah, go ahead, do my job." He had to leave for a second, so yeah, I was pouring out some beers for some people, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the beard was over there. It was like 1 for me, 1 for you, 2 for me,
mouth all over that spigot.
Yeah, I was like all under it.
Yeah, Pauly Shore style. He was wheezing the juice. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We ran into James from 805 Brews and just a lot of beer loving people. Mm-hmm. And then at some point, how did you get dubbed the Mexican Denzel?
Oh, that's right. What was that dude we met from? He was from, I think it was it Vibes?
Yeah, one of those beer clubs.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, but he was pretty cool. He was like talking to us or whatever. But he had dubbed himself the Mexican Arnold Schwarzenegger, basically.
Okay.
He was pretty yoked, I guess, you know, and I was like, oh.
He had his swell on.
Yeah, that's right.
As the cool kids say.
He had his swole on. Yeah. But I don't know. I was like, well, hey, you're talking, if I shave this beard, talking to the Mexican Denzel right here. And I may have had a couple beers when I said that. So, yeah. Because I remember coming back home thinking, what the fuck did I just say, man?
Yeah, I got a text message like 2 hours later. Mexican Denzel? Question mark. Yeah. It's like, I don't know, man.
Fucking drunk Daniel strikes again, dude.
As you went home and enjoyed your jazz music.
Yeah. I was, man.
Digging this jazz, man.
Yeah, watching Devil in a Blue Dress.
Oh, that was a really fun night, though.
Yeah, it was.
A lot of beers, a lot of fun.
I had some. So I had something off the truck. Actually, they had a food truck there.
Oh,
they had the badass burgers.
Yeah, Baby's badass burgers.
Yeah.
How was it? I didn't eat anything there.
It was delicious. It was life-saving.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I filled up on the foods before I got there, so
okay.
I was good to go. But yeah, you definitely you needed a little food. But
I did, man.
You'd only been there, 15 minutes when I got there? 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah, felt like half an hour.
Yeah. Pretty sure you were pretty hydrated.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hadn't had a beer in a while, actually. So when I got there, like I was, drinking, I think by like, taster 4 or something like that. I was like, oh no, I'm getting a little tipsy here. Oh man, and that's what
here it is.
He's like, oh yeah, you want to man the station? I'm like, hell yeah.
Do you want me to? Yeah, it was funny. They gave out tickets. Like you got 1 ticket for each taster, so it was 7 breweries. You got 7 tickets. And the other night, the lady friend wore the jacket that I was wearing that night. She reaches in, she's like, "What the hell is this?" And she pulls out what was like 6 tickets.
That's right.
And I was like, "Oh yeah." A, they weren't really caring about the tickets, and B, Twisted Oak was just hooking it up.
They were.
Yeah, we were just putting our face under and going to town.
Yeah, I also did like Red Tandem too, though. But Twisted Oak, I think, has to take the win.
Yeah, Red Tandem like accidentally made theirs too strong. It was like 7 point something.
Oh, really?
So if you're looking for something,
I liked it.
Yeah, I think that has something to do with it.
Probably.
But yeah, it was really really fun. It was fun trying all this basically same beer from different people back to back.
Faux show.
It was all nerdy.
It's really interesting too how it's like pretty much it was the same recipe, but it just tasted different brewed by everyone else, just the way that, that how much water you add to it.
Right.
Yeah, how long you...
Type of water and all that
it's
good
the
stuff.
heat in brewing it or something. I don't know. They were kind of explaining it to me, but I was getting drunk.
Yeah. I mean, there's different water profiles. Some people sparge and don't sparge, and some people stir it and don't stir it. Maybe somebody didn't quite follow the hop schedule quite right. There's so many factors, and I know that Sierra Nevada was not giving out yeast. It was like use your house yeast, so the yeast might be slightly different. And Red Tandem definitely was way too efficient and made basically a double Resilience.
Woo!
So
Good stuff.
Yeah, it was, excuse me as I burp. It was fun. And speaking of tastings, I got to go get my hands on some Pliny the Younger.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ladyface, which is a brewery out here, also has a bunch of guest taps. And they have a really nice relationship with Russian River. And they always get it like once a year when Younger's released.
Cool.
And they got it, and I was working that day. I couldn't make it over. And so later that week, in fact, that following Sunday, I was out to brunch with some friends for someone's birthday. And she goes, "Oh, shit." I was like, "What?" Ladyface just tapped another Younger. Get in the car. And she like chased down the waiter where we were.
Oh,
and was like,
really?
"We need the check immediately." And like came back with the cards before he even came with the check. And she's like, "Hurry up." And we rushed to Lady. In fact, it was Deb and Brian, our friends Deb and Brian.
Oh, okay.
And so Brian had not had any cocktails at breakfast, unlike the rest of us.
Oh, shit.
And drove us over to Ladyface, and we got our hands on some of the Younger and some of the other Russian River beers. So that was
Cool.
very nice. Yeah. Anybody else? Any grievances? Any beer research or anything?
No, I can't say I did any.
Glad to hear it. I mean, glad to hear there's no grievances.
Not really. I mean, people just irritate the fuck out of me.
Oh,
so I
here
can
we
go on
go.
all night, but yeah, I'm okay.
It's because you're a cranky old man. That's
probably-
most of it.
Pretty much.
All right. Well, if that's the case, we'll move on. All right. We received a voicemail from listener Frankie. A quick reminder, a few weeks ago I talked about the horrendous holiday party I had to go to in the middle of February. This is in response to that.
Hey, what's up, gentlemen? This is Frankie G 1990 on Instagram. Easy for Scott to remember. I felt bad for you guys talking about your beer pong party or your wife's party. And I just want to let you know the way we play is bring whatever you like to drink, IPA. Take some sips. You don't have to drink every cup, but play with good beer. Right now I'm drinking Pliny the Younger, and we're playing beer pong. So you guys have a good night, and let's play beer pong right.
That is some expensive beer pong.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Pliny pong.
Right.
Good Lord.
I think we had agreed one time that it's good to have a nice, good satellite beer.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I usually do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have whatever I want to drink in my hand, and then all the shitty beer on the table.
Right.
And I basically have to chase the shitty beer with the good beer in my hand.
I think we've kind of graduated to the point, though, where at least like the shitty beer, air quotes, is probably at this point 805 or something like that, where it's like not shitty beer,
right?
But it's at this point beer pong beer.
Right, yeah, it's that's the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
I remember back in the day, like I was at college parties and would run out of beer, and we played margarita pong. It was like whatever you could find pong.
Dude.
We played margarita pong. The worst was one time we played Jaeger pong.
Oh, see, I played Belvedere pong one time too. I was like, that is not smart, dude.
No.
Stupid.
Oh yeah, that's college years. That's when you're young, dumb.
Let me tell you something. You didn't want to drink. You were like, oh no, I'm done, man.
That was some motivation.
It was good. It was like let me tell you, it was like, when you play beer pong, it's like, all right, I want to drink. I'm thirsty, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you're good at the first couple cups. Like, yeah, that's fine. Please get them in.
Yeah. This one was like Game 7 NBA Finals, down 2 with 10 seconds to go.
Yeah.
That last thing, I was like, come on. I was like, yeah, drink that shit. Oh,
you're plugging out the spoon. You're swatting the balance. You're like, I don't want to drink anything.
Get the sauce out for my partner who's all passed out. It was rough, man.
Yeah. Well, I like Frankie's idea, playing with Pliny.
Oh, yeah, I do too.
I don't think I had that kind of scratch laying around, but
right.
Let's go to Frankie's house.
Yeah, no kidding.
Next holiday, I'm going to Frankie's.
Yeah, we're going to play some beer pong there.
Beer to throw around over there.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I kind of like the pattern that from the voicemails.
Uh-huh.
And I just kind of want to say, hey, guys, tell us like maybe your worst or best holiday party. Get some holiday party stories going on. Even if it's not the holidays, but...
Neither was the party. I mean, the holiday party I went to wasn't near the holidays.
Yeah,
so Yeah, or you got some good beer pong stories.
Yeah.
What could just be living the life.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a horrible shit story like that.
What alcohol have you used in place of beer when you ran out? That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because I'm sure everyone's got one of those like horrible
It happens.
stories. Yeah,
you
it's like
can't make a beer run out after a while. A couple of games deep, you're like, oh, we're stuck here.
it's like, well, I got vodka and orange juice. Here you go. Screwdriver pong it is.
Oh my God.
No, that sounds awful. Anyways, thanks, Frankie, for calling in. If you guys want to call and leave a voicemail, 805-538-BEER 2337 is the number to call. In fact, Vin has it right. It's 805-538-BEER. Thanks, Vin. All right, old-timey word of the week, ace of spades. Ace of spades, which apparently back in the day meant a widow.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
I don't know. So if you lost your husband, you're an ace of spades.
Wow.
Seems kind of wrong.
Right.
All right, beer babe of the week.
There's nothing better than a babe with craft beer. It's time for Beer Babe of the Week.
It is time for Beer Babe of the Week. And this week, our beer babe is Mandy. And you can follow her on the Instagrams at all one word, no spaces, none of that shit. IPA Bay. So IPA BAE.
That's the first person that's used Bay in their tag so far.
IPA Bay.
Yeah.
And it kind of rhymes. Mm-hmm. This one, she's drinking La Fin du Monde, which is what Brian brought over to the New Year's party.
Yeah.
So keeping it funky with La Fin du Monde. Follow Mandy at IPA Bay on the Instagrams, and Dan will tell you won't be sorry.
Oh, show.
Mm-hmm. All right, we have a little bit of sports to get to before we get to booze news.
Yeah.
Let's sport it up.
And now, the sports, brought to you by cleaninguptheglass.com.
Whether it's the Baltimore Chop or the 1-2 punch, it's time for sports.
Well, I think Nike is over with as a shoe company.
Right.
Yeah. Dan, were you watching the game?
I heard about it. I think maybe we kind of saw a little bit of it.
Oh, we were. That was actually the same night as the IPA.
It was.
Is
That's
the Resilience.
Right.
You're right. Zion blew his sneaker out.
That's right.
Yes.
They did say, though, I heard, I think it was on NBA, the TNT, NBA on TNT or whatever, inside the NBA crew.
Yeah.
They were saying that Zion, I guess, had been wearing the same pair of sneakers the whole season so far.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's why they pretty much blew out. But maybe that's like a Nike cover-up story. They did look kind of old.
Yeah.
When he was playing, so who knows?
That's the PR spin.
Right.
He's been using these all year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he blew right through those things.
It was crazy.
That was crazy.
It was like watching Benny Rodriguez bust the guts out of the ball in the Sandlot. It was like, it's an omen, dude.
Yeah. Well, this begs the question, should people that are, Zion level, the Kobe's and those people, should they even fuck with college? Or are they putting their careers in jeopardy?
Well, my argument is, number one, you don't even have to know how to play basketball anymore to be in the NBA. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true.
Just learn how to travel, get those fouls, and you get MVP in no time. Grow a beard, you're ready to go. Number two.
You're almost there.
I know, right? I can travel pretty well.
Yeah.
Number two, to me, I feel like you go to college so that you can prepare to get the job that you want for your career, right? But if they're, say, Zion. Right. The guy's a freaking monster. I knew he was going to take the college world by storm.
Sure.
He needs to be in the NBA. There's no excuse for him wasting his time in Duke, honestly.
Well, and every game he plays in college is the chance that he does something major and doesn't make an income in the NBA.
Right.
And people are like, oh, he should learn. He should go to college. No. Go to the NBA, make a cajillion dollars. And look, you want to go to college after you're done? Go back to college and get a degree. Who cares?
Yeah. Plenty of players came into but it's those once-in-a-generation players that come in, and he is obviously going to be one of those, I think, where it's, it was LeBron, it was Kobe, it was Kevin Garnett, those kind of players. We're not talking about Kwame Browns of the world. Or,
Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, well, he was college too, but those kind of players where they just kind of came into high school. He came out from high school and they didn't amount to anything. Yeah,
right.
Kwame Brown made money too, so that's another thing. It's well, what the fuck? They're still getting paid.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He made his money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, going early with the Lakers there.
Yeah.
Speaking of blowing, Robert Kraft
Oh, gee.
got busted last week at a massage parlor in Florida.
go.
We don't need to go into the deep details. I'm sure everybody's heard him by now. But is this the end of the Patriots? What's going on here?
Probably not.
I doubt it.
I imagine the league is already getting people to stop talking about it by saying there was some other bigger deal going on there or something. So people are saying, well, we can't even laugh about this anymore. I'm like, sure you can.
What do you mean you can't laugh
Yeah,
about
right?
this?
You're going to take the chuckle out of my belly? This is ridiculous. I'm going to laugh about this all I want. So,
Well, yeah, and Robert Kraft, like Mr. Goody Goody of the NFL, and it's just it's hilarious.
it is.
It's hilarious. Laugh at this.
Yeah,
They're cheaters.
they are.
They cheat to win. They deflate balls.
They're sexual deviants.
They are sexual deviants. And I want to see what Goodell has to say about this. I haven't seen him speak on it yet. Maybe I missed it, but
Maybe he got arrested too.
probably.
Might have been with him.
Probably. Have you guys seen like all the people going to the establishment and just taking selfies outside?
No.
It's become like a tourist trap in Florida already. It's been like a week and a
Wow.
half. People are stopping by, taking pictures. One dude took a selfie naked in front of the
Oh
building.
my God.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous. So, good job, Robert Kraft. The Lakers say they're going to fire Luke Walton after this. Well,
They
don't.
said that?
Well,
They didn't say
They didn't
that.
publish. Everyone is saying
Oh,
that the
okay.
Lakers will be firing Luke Walton.
Well, I don't know. I
After
mean,
the
if
season.
you've been watching them, like I kind of feel like, and I hate to kind of agree with it a little bit, only because it kind of feeds into the idea that LeBron is a coach killer. But if you watch the team,
But he is.
if you watch the team, they, there's got to be a limit on something. Like I wrote an article myself where it was called 3-Nuff, where I was basically saying everybody's got to stop shooting threes. And I think the problem I was having was watching the Lakers. And there was one game they had a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, where they shot like 43 pointers, making only like 10 of them.
Right.
And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing, man? Like, how many times are you going to have to, piss on the toilet seat where you pick it up and say, okay, I've been doing it wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get what they're doing. Like, if you're, and that's what I'm like, then the reporters ask so stupid questions. They're always like, how did it feel? Is there any, like, you guys feel bad? Like, you can come back from this? Like, shut up. Like, I want to know, when you guys shoot 43 pointers in a game, is Luke Walton saying don't do that? Or is he saying, well, you just got to knock them down? Like, that's my question. Like, somebody's got to say we are mediocre from three and we need to knock it off. And I don't feel like he's doing that.
Yeah, and he comes from a team where that's all they did was put up threes.
Yes.
And he's tried to institute a few things with the Lakers that worked with the Warriors that will not work with the Lakers.
Exactly.
And I hate that LeBron's a coach killer, and I really think that LeBron's the big cancer on this team.
Well,
But I don't know that Luke is ready for the big time yet.
no, I don't think so either. Because it's funny, if you look at what I've written, it's like I've been watching the team and I'm like trying to like tell Luke how to fix the team because I did another one where it was Think Big, talking about like, stop playing small ball and putting LeBron at center and instead maybe try putting him at point guard. Always put a center in the lineup. Like,
Yeah.
because we're getting killed on the boards too.
Yeah.
It's like it's not that hard, I don't think, and he just can't figure it out. So
Doesn't seem like it.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it's that hard.
right.
It's kind of what I heard somebody else, and I know for the people that are not Laker fans, they're turning us off.
Yeah.
It's kind of like somebody else actually said that today, is why not? I mean, 30 years ago they had a 6'9" point guard that
Yes.
brought the team to a championship. Why not
Right.
make LeBron a point guard?
Or at least the playmaker, and that's the
Yeah.
thing. That's another argument I hear is people say you can't get it done with this lineup because there's not enough shooters. Magic Johnson didn't have like snipers all over the place. He got it done. You know what I mean? Like, it can be done. You just got to play differently.
You need somebody with a skyhook on the team.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
It helped to have the all-time leading scorer on the team.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah. You also need the 6'9" point guard to pass the ball.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
a little more often.
Yeah.
Because he is shooting about 6 threes a game too. Because they're all falling victim to this. It's ridiculous.
It's just laziness to me.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Well, and we'll end it with this. I think Scott said it best earlier. He was talking about Scottie Pippen had a camera put in his face, and they asked him what would be different if Phil Jackson was coaching the team, and he said, well, they'd have a ring this year. I don't agree with that, but I do think things could be better.
Yeah.
So
Because like I said, that was the last time a good coach did something was when Andrew Bynum threw up a 3 and Phil Jackson said, what the fuck are you doing? And he yanked his ass. I remember that. You guys remember that?
I remember him trying to throw up a 3.
Yeah. And then Phil Jackson yanked him. And then I think like if
Was that before or after he like punched JJ Redick and then like threw his jersey off?
yeah.
well, I think he punched. It was Berea.
Berea.
That little troll.
Yeah. That's when they were losing by like 40 points in
Yeah.
a playoff game to the Dallas Mavericks.
I don't know. It was at some point, but
Why do I remember that?
But anyways, like I think if Andrew Bynum did that today, there'd be no penalty. They'd be like, hey, next time, Andrew, you'll get it next time.
Right, yeah. Keep working on it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Basketball's dead.
I agree.
James
Harden has killed it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Commissioner Dan.
And finally, bad news for us Dodger fans. Kershaw may not be starting the season. Still having issues with his shoulder and trying to work through those.
What did he like strain his shoulder signing that new contract that he signed?
I think so. It was a big contract.
Yeah, sure. Well, he's way overpaid.
I think the bigger the contract, the bigger the paper they put it on.
Apparently.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Maybe the pin was like bigger and heavier.
Yeah, it was like a block long.
Yeah.
And you got to get a big old Sharpie out.
Everyone
and
got
sign
paid
it.
for losing.
Yeah, I guess
Funny
they
how
did.
that works.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah. That's sports
I
these
think
days.
Luke Walton's going to go sign with the Dodgers.
Might as well.
Yeah.
He can sit out and have all his back injuries with the Dodgers.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, all right, we'll move on to a little bit of booze news. Extra, extra, drink all about it. It's time for booze news. AB InBev is at it again. They're acquiring someone else now.
Uh-oh.
But it's not beer. AB InBev is going to acquire Cutwater Spirits. You guys ever heard of Cutwater Spirits?
No.
It was founded by, I'm going to fuck up these names, Yusuf Cherny,
Nailed it.
Earl Kite,
Yep.
Jim Buechler,
Right on.
and a little bit of money from Jack White.
Well done.
I don't know if that's the Jack
You messed
White?
up the Jack White.
I might have.
Yeah.
You may know these names because they are also the founders of Ballast Point.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, now it's all starting to make sense.
So Ballast Point bought out for $1 billion a few years ago. They were allowed to keep the distilled spirits side of the operation. Constellation Brands didn't want anything to do with it. $1 billion just for the beer, and now Budweiser is buying out their spirits.
You got all the names right except it was actually Jack White.
Oh, sorry, White.
Yeah.
Yeah,
White.
similar to Wheat.
Will Wheaton.
Yeah. So numbers have not been disclosed, but good Lord, it must be nice to be so in demand that first you sell your brewery for $1 billion, and now you're selling your spirits for who knows how much.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah. So
He's got to own something people want,
apparently,
right?
maybe it's in his pants. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Some brothel in Florida. So I don't, who knows?
Yeah. It's a massage parlor.
Oh, yeah. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. Weed Killer, the Weed Killer Roundup has been found in some beer. A new report by the Public Interest Advocacy Group reveals that tests of 5 wines and 15 beers, including organic ones, found traces of the controversial Weed Killer glyphosate in 19 of the 20. Of the ones that were put on this chart, the most Weed Killer in a beer, Sing Tao.
Oh, yeah?
We think we've all had some Sing Tao.
Yeah,
We had
no
some
kidding.
sushi. Amounts
Killed my weeds.
Yeah, amounts per billion. They have 49.7. Followed closely in second. Well, not super closely. In second place, Coors Light at 31.1. Miller Lite 29.8. Budweiser may not have corn syrup, but apparently has Roundup. 27 parts per billion. Followed by Corona Extra, Heineken, Guinness Draft, Stella Artois, Ace Perry Hard Cider. That's not beer. Then coming in towards the end, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale at 11.8 parts per billion.
Oh, man.
New Belgium Fat Tire Amber Ale, 11.2
Oh,
parts
my
per
God.
billion. Oh, shit. Sam Adams New England IPA.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, shit. 11 parts per billion.
Oh, man.
Stella Artois Cidre, 9.1. Sam Smith Organic Lager, 5.7. And then at 0 is Peak Organic IPA, which you can pick up at Trader Joe's. And then Peak went on this whole like PR thing, like, look how great we are. We have no weed killer in our beer. So it's getting in there from the grains and being grown by unscrupulous characters.
I thought somebody like was trying to make some weed beer, and they say, no, you can't make that. And they go, okay, well, I'll kill it then.
It could be a genius move. You drink the beer and then go outside and piss on your weeds.
Oh, that's true. A little 2-for-1
There
action.
you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's go outside and
Yeah.
so we get rid of
kill
some
weeds here.
Yeah. Jesus. Heineken U.S. is quote unquote restructuring. They laid off 15% of their workforce.
Uh-oh.
Not looking good for Heineken employees.
Wow.
Sorry to hear that.
They've been around a while.
They have been. Hands off their Heine.
Remember that one?
Yeah. Sorry, I had to. Class action lawsuit filed against Molson Coors. Molson Coors is facing a class action lawsuit for overstating its net income by nearly $400 million in 2016.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
In an SEC filing last week, Molson Coors blamed accounting errors with inflating its net income to totals and understating its tax liabilities in 2016. Additional accounting errors in 2017 led to overstating tax expenses as well as understated net income and deferred tax liability. The lawsuit claims that Molson Coors, whose flagship products include Miller Lite and Coors Light, as well as CEO Mark Hunter and CFO Tracy Jobert, engaged in a scheme to deceive investors by knowingly or deliberately disregarding the company's financial statement, contained errors, and misleading statements. $400 million.
Yeah. Accounting errors. What, did Rothstein forget to carry the one? What the hell's going on here?
Man.
They forget a couple decimal points or something?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I think that year was when the calculators was not in the budget.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're hiring children with abacus.
Here you go, kids.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Good news. I know we talked a little bit about this, but now we have some numbers. Dry January, as we said, did not affect the beer industry. In fact, shipments or beer sales were up in January. And according to this, beer shipments grew by more than 12.3 million barrels. Excuse me, they shipped more than 12.3 million barrels in January, which was up 1.2% over the same period last year. January 29 shipment numbers come up against easy comps. Of shipments in January 2018 declined 5.6% to about 12.2 million barrels from the nearly 12.9 the year prior. Chief economist Michael Urich for the brewers industry noted some of the growth was due to suppliers such as Boston Beer Company, Sam Adams, building inventories of offering such as hard seltzers in advance to demand during the spring and summer months. But so good news. Sorry, Jose, still not working.
Nope.
And finally, beer category health initiative jeopardized by Bud Light's corn syrup ads.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
So we've all seen the corn syrup Super Bowl ads.
Have we ever?
Yes. Apparently, there was going to be a huge conference with like Budweiser and Miller and like all the big beers.
All the heads of the family.
Yeah. Give them an offer they couldn't refuse.
That's right.
And they were going to get together and kind of like try and strengthen the beer industry. It was announced last September during the National Beer Wholesalers Association annual convention. The quote-unquote Beer Growth Initiative was held by the industry's three major trade organizations, the NBWA, Beer Institute, and Brewers Association, as a way to reverse beer's loss of market share to wine and spirits. Over the last 2 decades, the beer industry has ceded more than 11 billion servings to wine and spirits. I'd like to say we're helping with that. Speaking to Brewbound, where I got this article, Miller Coors Vice President of Communications said participating in the Beer Growth Initiative while AB runs ads denigrating common ingredients used throughout the category would be a, quote, waste of time and money. Way to go, Budweiser.
No kidding.
You've pissed off all your friends.
I know, right?
It's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's Godfather. It's like someone's shot Sonny over there.
Or Kyle.
Saying, no,
Or
we
Kenny,
need a
Kenny.
meeting.
Yeah. And then Budweiser says that they still plan to go forth with it, but I think they'll be the only ones at the table.
Yeah.
So good job, Budweiser. Keep using that rice instead of corn syrup.
I know, right?
That's the best part. All the other ones have to do is go, yeah, but they use rice.
Yeah.
Because who wants rice in their beer?
Throw a little Roundup in there, and you got to.
Oh, jeez.
You're good to go.
It seems like they threw a lot of Roundup in there. So, yeah.
I'm just gonna start buying Roundup.
Mm-hmm. Start drinking that.
Yeah.
Just straight up.
You're straight up.
Bang.
Yeah. Probably cheaper than Bud. Well, no. Bud Light's probably cheaper.
Oh yeah, it's probably true.
That's probably true. So, all right. That's everything from us. Thank you all for listening. Thanks for hanging out with us. You can find us at theunfilteredgentleman.com on the Instagrams, on the social medias at The Unfiltered Gentleman, except for Twitter at Unfiltered Gents. Leave a voicemail like Frankie G 1990, 805-538-BEER, 2337. come back around next week where we will have Game 2 of the first round of the March Madness Hazy IPA tournament.
Oh, man. Can't wait.
Yeah. And don't forget to email us at theunfilteredgentleman@gmail.com. I think that's everything. Thank you guys for listening and tuning in and all that good stuff. And I hope in between games you're all staying hydrated. And on that note, good night, everybody.